getting into. But I like that point. I like the highlight onto Aran. Because when we talk about Aran, we're always thinking he's really great at playing the far lane. He's really great at split push. But there's another extra layer that makes Aran so special now.
Okay.
When he gets heroes like Benedetta, when we saw him on the CC yesterday with Onyx, he was the damage dealer. He was the main damage dealer for that early to mid before Kabuki can start popping off. And I think that amount of time that he's able to buy for the gold lane is precious. And I'm wondering if Bigatron can disrupt that system, that cycle that we might actually see here in game number 3. But let's take a look at the maybe our problem isn't in mentality, but in strategy. Like yesterday, it wasn't fully developed yet.
Man,
But they won yesterday.
they did win. Ooh,
Faramis.
makes his way into the line of Dawn for Yehezkiel. But for Facehugger, right? I'm really concerned for him, man. His name is Facehugger, but I never see him hug any faces, though I have seen him spit facts, so maybe his name should be Fact Spitter. Excuse me, what?
That was
I had that written since game 1. I wasn't ready
that's
for
why.
That. Yeah, Fact Spitter Facehugger.
I was
But
like, why?
I was
has
looking
he-
for a moment to say it, and yeah.
Okay, you got it out of your system?
Yeah.
You're good to go?
Let's see if the
Alright.
facts he spits out will be enough. With the Faramis available, the Valentina still is as well. When it comes to a pure on clash right here though, early on it will favor Bigatron a bit more with the naturally present healing regeneration removal or reduction with the Baxia, but they go for the Ruby and the Paquito.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, why aren't they securing a hero for Iran earlier before it gets taken from him? But are they gonna go look for a counter maybe in the EXP lane? Like they should have, they would have known. They should have known that it would be a Paquito ban. But now, at Paquito pick, and now obviously, Iran wouldn't be able to pick up the Benedetta.
Unless he's willing to try and risk it. But again, especially against a Ruby, it's going to be a bit more difficult. It is going to be the glue though, and they have picked the Faramis, which is the counter, so kind of have all their bases covered here. It's a solid dive composition that is very difficult to keep at bay.
What's the EXP matchup looking like between Paquito and a glue?
I think both can't really be a real solo kill threat to each other. They have to rely on ganks a bit more. But especially in the early levels, I think Glue has a bit more of the advantage because his Slam is spammable because you do reduce the cooldown by picking out the blobs around the map. So I think Aran is going to be very active early on. Later though, the mobility will allow Lord GM to try and maybe play some macro games, macro strategies.
Kind of a skill matchup in that lane.
Okay. And if that's the case, then there's going to be a lot of emphasis in the gold lane for this game number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion, the master class of a conclusion here between the Red Robots and the Red Dragons. Here it is, the Land of Dawn, game number 3.
Let's take a look at it. The 3-lane delay from Yaoi. Always on the Grok here up against Bigatron, who, is it safe to say, have a bit more lane prio in mid and gold.
Especially the Novaria can't clear very fast. In the gold, I think it depends on whether or not the roamers try and influence that. But you can see already adjustments. Eman with the Purify.
He's super busy already.
Oh my god, again.
In the early game, Yaoi doing the exact same thing to Super Ken.
All right.
What he did to Vincent.
Super can he get this? I guess Key will be able to zone Yaoi away. Taking a look at the emblems though, Gugun once again with the Impure Rage is because of his playstyle. With a glue, with the Grok available, he won't be face checking and he won't be the first person to really take all the damage. He's going to be weaving in and out of fights with his mobility, and that Impure Rage without a mana bar translates to more healing. And Moreno fails to steal it from Gugun, so already cheeky plays from Bigatron though.
The level of jungle harassment in this game is quite high.
Even though High isn't really in this game right now.
Substitute.
Looking at the emblems, 2 Inspires on Gugun and Yehezkiel for Aura. They want as many spells as possible. Key though.
A gang from Gugun over to Key right now, does have the flicker, gets out the bomb though from Gugun, takes him out. First blood for the G-Man Gugun.
That's the kind of gank potential, the damage that Fragrant brings to the table. That's where it's difficult for Bigatron. Because even if your lanes are winning, if the jungler can be more active, it's gonna be risky, as Supercan plays more for the clear now.
The taunt as well. The knock up onto Lord JM, just trying to chunk him down. BTR down a man and down some XP. Aura first onto the turtle.
It looks like Gugun's actually catched up in EXP as well against Super Ken. Earlier on, he was a level ahead. Now, both at level 4.
Home slam pass. Lord JM in the back. Yaoi does have the wild charge already. Super Ken's looking for an angle to go in, but Yaoi jumps and takes it away. The junglers have just not been able to secure neutral objectives. Super Ken caught. Split over to him. Now bringing him back with slam pass combo. Iran is still on him, mounting him out. Lord JM though, in the midst of it all, finding a kill, and Iran is going to be stuck, brought back under the bush, the tri-bush up top. Lord JM punches him out. The glue is too squishy. And Lord JM, my God, 2 kills out of nowhere.
That's a big overextension by Aura, man. They got what they wanted, they got the objective, and they got the disengage. But they felt like with the Nether Realm already activated, they wanted to get a bit more value moving forwards into the AoE from Bigatron, whose weakness is the cooldown on the Novaria. So they walked into the Astral Meteor and they paid the price for it.
Yeah, it didn't work out the way that they expected here. Super Ken, did he steal that away? He was able to take that away, so that is going to put Aura in a little bit of a disadvantage now more than ever as Bigatron pick up the small gold lead.
Make things worse for them. Lord JM with 2 kills. Paquito is not a hero you want to give kills to for sure. Especially in that matchup, that's a very skill-based matchup. Aran's gonna find it difficult to try and match it up. I mean, he did do good enough in game number 2, but we'll have to see if in this game, with this matchup, he can try and do the same thing.
Power of nature from Yaoi. Super Ken jumps in, but times the shield unity jump a bit too late, or too early actually. And it was still in the power of nature, no CC.
Right now, it looks like Yaoi still is looking for that opening. There wouldn't be any follow-up unless, of course, they want to utilize Kabuki here in the gold lane. Gugun is shifting and rotating towards the top side. But Moreno is giving information regarding that, and so they don't go for it. They go for the neutral objective instead. You can see the rotations happening. And with Iran being anchored like this...
Solo kill perhaps, Iran! Oh, he pops it, split back, Iran!
What?
What is he doing?
I don't know if he could have gone out there. The turret shot went in, but I think the split already took it away. A misplay from Iran up top, getting outplayed by Lord JM, brought back to the turret as well. The Key's doing the same thing to Yaoi now as an Astral Echo reveals 3 members. Knockout strike over to Gugun to displace him a bit. Yaoi still has the wild charge. A knockout strike to the Astral Sphere. In case there were doubts on Lord JM, if he was nervous, it doesn't look like he is.
The confidence.
That's the sideline pressure you would love to see, man. Again and again, Lord JM here is exerting his dominance. I do believe Iran felt like the last tower shot was gonna hit him, so he went back there. But we'll take a closer look maybe later on. For now, Aura's neutral objective-centric play isn't working out, and a dive from Bigatron.
Super Ken with the shield unity and the Tortoise of Puissance, hitting them down under the turret, sandwiching them as Yaoi pops in the power of nature. Super Ken brought back by the Stampede. Now, also, just a full-on dive to force Aura back to their tier 2, a worldie earlier from Iman, and that's the tier 1 turret down below, taken down. Purple buff might be next. Key revealing it towards the BTR members. Super Ken shield unity is ready, decides to walk off, and Kabuki almost spotted there. They're looking for more pressure. They want to commit onto the turret in the bottom lane. 5 minutes in, that's a whole lot of damage placed down on the turret. A tier 2 for Eman.
This is insane. Is he actually going to get it? Okay, not yet, at least. But he does get an item there, Berserker Fury.
That's the main power spike that they usually wait for. Lord GM, playing with fire right there, literally, right? Against Aura, just walking into all that crowd control, confident that he has the mechanical skills to get out. For now, though, with that power spike, Iman has the sustain, has the damage. It's a lot faster compared to Kabuki. So Bigatron, they might start grouping up right here and force Aura into engagements without a neutral objective that Gugun just really enjoys playing around.
That's why it feels like in this game, things are not going according to the system that Aura really requires, right? They need Iran not to be anchored, which he is in this game. He needs the fact that Yaoi has a little bit more to work with in terms of initiation and helping out with neutral objectives. That's also not happening with Key right now. And so things are getting a little bit chaotic for Aura. It's not going according to plan. Now, this is the ultimate test, honestly, for Aura, if they can adapt to what Bigatron are forcing on them right now. And we'll see here in this neutral objective take.
Astral Echo over the 2, Key still. Shadow Stampede doesn't bring him back just yet, but a tier 1 up top will fall, and Bruno will try to maneuver around bottom lane. Yehezkiel punch twice, knockout strike, one more shot, and Yehezkiel flickers out the safety, and he flickers out John Marl. That's the name of Lord JM, and he has just flickered out of a wild charge from Yaoi. Super Ken on the retreat, on point, over Gugun. Yaoi no wild charge running away as a Blazing Duet will be used up to clear out the mid wave, but now he might just be caught. Has a BMI defensively placed. What a play by JM, John Marl.
He's still there.
He's still recalling, he's still behind enemy territory, just taunting them, and Key doesn't get the steal. But my God, Mr. Lordman.
That's already enough pressure, and to make it all worse, the
Full damage
that he was already dealing, you get to top it off with a Malefic Roar.
Penetration, and now another fight. The Key gets out. Aura tries to force the issue, but were unable to do so. They're the ones who have to try and get a fight that's just grounded because of the Netherrealm. And look at Bigatron coming back in.
Eman's online now. Bad news for Aura. Lord JM with a knockout strike. And another 5-0. Lord JM.
And this is on his debut, ladies and gentlemen. If we all thought that Sorizo was the EXP pick for a Bigatron, man, we thought wrong. Look what he's doing already. 5-0-0 on the Paquito. And that is on Iran's comfort pick, his signature pick.
Oh, JM's looking for a play. A shot down from Moreno. Kabuki, a defensive battle mirror image back as well. Eman sieging the turret down. Superken zoning Gugun away. 2 levels up on Gugun. Gugun jumps into the taunt now, knocking Superken up, gets chunked by the Astral Sphere, and BTR take full control of the enemy jungle.
The fact that Aura's composition is just not maneuverable at all means that if Bigatron starts snowballing, it's just so difficult for them to come back because they can't really find the pickoffs and also any of the team fights that they require in their favor. So even now Gugun being bullied out of his jungle, bullied away by Supercan, that also means he falls behind in levels, so he can't even use his main weapon, the neutral objective, the Retribution contest that he's been able to use so effectively. Bigatron now is setting up, making sure that Aura doesn't know. Oh!
Bro, this man's clean! He's on the Pacquiao skin, but he's moving like Pacquiao too! Split onto him now, against 3. He should die now. Knockout strike over. He delays the inevitable, but the Lord is going to be secured by BTR. 1 member, a shutdown for our Lord. BTR looking for a counterplay now with a conceal as well. As a shield unity to the back. Over to Oran, who has a split, gets out, and even another realm committed down.
Do they know where Kabuki is?
I think they saw him on the bottom side of the map. He will be able to trade in that sequence of events for a lot of gold and 2 turrets. But I don't think it still puts him anywhere close to Eman's gold. Look at the player gold by Ube's gold right on cue. He's about 1k gold, just about 1k gold below Eman. So keeping up in farm, but soon below, not far below, is Lord JM himself.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Lord JM's already popping off. Eman has reached the power spike, and now they're going in for a push. 3 waves are pushing quite well. Can Aura defend this?
Feel with the Netherrealm available, they can. They have damage with Kabuki, but he has to worry about all that poke damage. Of course, a lot of dive potential. So I think Kabuki will definitely be zoned away. It's always on the shoulders of Yehezkiel here, who only now at 11 minutes has secured the Lightning Truncheon. He is on 3 items.
Siege attempt. Get a poke over to Yaoi and Astral Echo as well, revealing 3. Hitboxes enlarged. Yaoi jumps in but gets knocked out again by Lord JM. The Netherrealm HP instantly deleted as that's Gugun in the front. Also taken down by Eman. A shot down over Yehezkiel. Taken out by Eman. A good dive from Kabuki with a Blazing Duet, but it's not going to be enough damage. Lord JM jumps into the back. One of the knockouts strike once again against the shielding as well. Pulled back and taken out for now. Oran with the split trying to delay this end angle from BTR, and I'm offended, not connecting, but Super Ken jumps in with the shield unity. Yehezkiel still able to disengage for now, but Iran is going to be melted down by Eman once again as he picks up the killing spree over. Yehezkiel flickering out, 2-1. Bigatron Alpha take down the Red Dragons.
And here it is.